Well, with one whole year down, we have a plethora of content to get through today, and it might be a long one, so go ahead and grab some snacks, get cozy, and lock in for this anniversary update. As we introduce our first variant hunter, Pure Sword Princess Chahain, we take a look at some new weapons for some Jinwoo's armory, and we test them out in the newest stage coming to the workshop of Brilliant Light, Yogamut.
Not only that, we'll check out an expansion to the soul leveling story, the next job advancement for Sung Jinwoo, and of course, we'll cap it all off with the 1-year celebration events and some other surprises. Now, without further ado, let's break down exactly what Pure Sword Princess Chahain can do.
Here we go. Pure Sword Princess Chahain is our very first variant hunter, as I said. You know her, you love her, but this princess has a brand new look and a whole suite of new ice-based skills. This Chahain is from a parallel universe, and how that might come to be, no spoilers in the chat, no one spoil it. But she is a game original hunter, and in this universe, she is the guild master of the Valkyrie Guild. Let's take a look at her skills. Her basic attack is called Shadow Blade. Chahain swings swiftly to attack with her heavenly swords. This deals increasing water elemental damage that scales with her defense. Her support skill is Victory Strike. Chahain attacks by spinning quickly, slashing nearby enemies, and then striking down powerfully with her massive heavenly swords. When the skill hits, it inflicts airborne and unrecoverable effects on the target. When the final hit lands, it inflicts the knockdown effect. Using the skill activates Sword Princess's Oath. And let me tell you about Unrecoverable. That causes targets to be unable to recover their HP for several seconds. And Sword Princess's Oath, that increases the damage and water elemental damage dealt to them for several seconds. All right, how about her core attack, Sword Princess's Dance? With this attack, Chahain controls the heavenly swords, slashing at enemies without mercy. She deals increasing water elemental damage that scales with her defense, and when the final hit lands, it inflicts the airborne effect. As for her QTE, Sword of Judgment, Chahain summons massive heavenly swords from the sky, delivering a powerful strike. When this skill hits, it inflicts the knockdown effect, and using the skill also activates the Sword Princess's Oath effect. Her skill 1 is a Heavenly Strike. Chahain attacks by leaping into the air, slashing nearby enemies, and then striking down powerfully with her massive heavenly swords. This inflicts a % of her defense as damage. This deals water elemental damage. When the skill hits, it inflicts the airborne effect, and when the final hit lands, it inflicts the knockdown effect. Her skill 2 is called Sword Storm. After slicing enemies in her Sword Princess zone with blinding speed, Chahain commands all her heavenly swords to strike down simultaneously, delivering a powerful attack. This inflicts a % of her defense as damage, that's water elemental damage. When the final hit lands, it inflicts the airborne effect. She gains super armor while using this skill. When the skill hits, it activates the unrecoverable effect on the target, which, as we know, makes them unable to recover HP for several seconds. A real 1-2 punch with all of those effects. All right, how about her ultimate skill, Sword of Destiny? With this, a sword made of pure light cuts through the sky as Chahain charges through the enemy lines with her divine swords, carving through everything in her path. This inflicts a % of her defense as damage, deals water elemental damage, and when the final hit lands, it inflicts the knockdown effect. Her basic passive is that when Sword Princess's Dance or Heavenly Strike hit, they activate Heavenly Swords and charge the Will of the Sword effect. Heavenly Swords counts as a basic skill and deals water elemental damage based on her defense for every summoned heavenly sword, and the number of heavenly swords that can be summoned increases based on the Will of the Sword's gauge level. Will of the Sword increases her defense by a % for every level applied. It also increases critical hit rate and critical hit damage by a % for several seconds, and again, that is stacking. Sword Storm also becomes Quick Attack Sword Storm, increasing the damage by a % at the first advancement, and that also enhances the Will of the Sword effect. When the user uses Heavenly Strike, it activates the Blade Master effect. Blade Master has the user's core attack changing to Dance of Scattered Blades. Dance of Scattered Blades is similar but does not consume her core gauge, and she gains super armor for several seconds. Then, at the second advancement, when Heavenly Strike hits, it activates the Unrecoverable effect, and when Sword of Destiny hits, it activates the Paralyze effect, so another effect to all these effects that she's applying. At the third advancement, when the Will of the Sword gauge recharges to 100%, it activates the Sword's Resolve effect. This causes Heavenly Strike to become Heavy Attack Heavenly Strike, increasing its damage by a %. This removes all of the Will of the Sword effects when its duration ends. At the fourth advancement, Pure Sword Princess Chahain's critical hit rate and critical hit damage increase by 1% for each water team member in the party. So again, like other hunters we've seen, she synergizes with hunters of the same element. Then finally, at the 5th advancement, Will of the Sword is enhanced again. When the user enters the stage, it activates the Pure Sword Princess effect, which increases the damage of Sword of Destiny and Heavenly Strike, or its other form, Heavy Attack Heavenly Strike, by 1%. Okay, System, why don't you tell us about her unique weapon?
It would be my pleasure, Jackie Woo. This weapon is called Valkyrie's Oath, a sword wielded by a commander destined to guide her fighters to success. The tip of the blade points only toward a path of glorious triumph. It's pretty epic.
Pretty epic.
Right? This increases users' defense by a percentage. When the Will of the Sword effect activates, it triggers an effect that increases the user's defense by a percentage, and it is stackable.
Here we are at the Distorted Sanctuary. Looking at it, we're going to be playing the normal mode, because you know me, Thomas Andre, I can handle it. And so we're going to be hitting in here. Wait, D3, you thought I was Chahain at first? That's wild. I don't agree with that, but, I appreciate your input, but not really, okay?
The sunglasses didn't give it away, and the Hawaiian shirt.
But yeah, let's move in, and my awesome muscles as well. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
But let's move into the Enchanting Apex Bedelia here. All right, so you can see here we got the new Chahain, got Sodden, and then we also got Malin as well. So let's be jumping straight into it. I'll show you guys a little bit of what I'm rocking with here. I know this isn't the best core fur, but it's what I had with the build, so don't even worry about it. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna crush Bedelia.
I'm sure the Enchanting Apex does not stand a chance against you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even looking at this right now. It doesn't even faze me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna play it blindfolded next time.
Yeah, I have sunglasses on inside. Let's see if I can actually pull this off.
The glasses stay on.
The glasses stay on. So we're just gonna go straight into the break here, making sure that we get some good rotations, all the buffs we need. Oh, dude, she just dodged the second attack here. That's kind of annoying, but let's get Malin in here, get those buffs while we're going. Dodging, easy everything. But we're gonna go back into Sauron, get that last little break in here. And then, you know what? We could do the rotations, but I think it's time to get some Chahain in here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, second ability, first ability, dodge. I didn't dodge. Core, 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 core. And then back over. Massive damage from her. Get the ultimate. And back to Malin. Now you guys may recognize this fight from the story mode, but trust me, it's a little bit different. There's some things that have been added that you're gonna have to pay attention to and make sure you do to win this fight. All right, where'd she go? Right there. Core, 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 shadows. And then we're gonna hit it off with the ultimate ability.
Yeah, if you say what you're doing out loud, it actually makes it more powerful. That's a little known fact.
And look at all that damage when I did a proper rotation, finally.
Life lessons in that one.
I may have skipped her phase here as well because of how powerful.
Too powerful to show us all these new area effects that are happening.
All right, so this one, you gotta go break it as fast as you can.
I think you are going too fast for us to even be able to tell what those are called, but because of her vampire aesthetic, I think those are actually called blood clots. Those little floating red, scarlet, orbs of energy.
That would make sense. All right. Oh, there she is. She disappeared. Let's bring Cha back in here.
Let's do it.
She might just finish off before I show off any of the special phases. Oh, yeah.
She's too good for you to be able to give them a sneak peek. Don't you hate it when?
Bam. Sorry guys. I guess I'm just too powerful.
We've got another weapon coming out, Forza's Wish. The basic attack for Forza's Wish has Jinwoo rapidly firing arrows of wind. This deals increasing wind damage with each blow. The core attack has him using the power of the trees and the wind to deal overwhelming damage. It also deals wind elemental damage at a higher amount. The weapon's skill is Wind Tree's Song, where Jinwoo creates a gust of wind centered on the hit target, dealing damage across a wide area with a powerful gust of wind. This, of course, deals more wind elemental damage. When the first hit lands, it inflicts the airborne effect, and when the last hit lands, it inflicts the knockdown effect on the enemy. Now let's look at the passive skills for this. At the basic level, when Jinwoo's core attack hits, it grants the Wish effect on the user. Wish increases his damage dealt by 1%, and when Wind Tree's Song hits, it removes the Wish effect. At the second advancement, when he enters the stage, it charges his core gauge to 100%, so you have a fully charged core gauge when you enter the stage. When Wind Tree's Song hits, it grants the Detached effect on the user, which is that when the user's core attack hits, it resets the cooldown of Wind Tree Song and removes the Detached effect. It also, at this advancement, enhances the Wish effect, which adds an effect. When the Wind Tree Song hits, it has a 100% chance to activate Jinwoo's core attack. At the second advancement, it just basically increases Jinwoo's wind damage by 1%. So easy peasy. At the third advancement, the user's core attack deals damage equal to 1% of their attack on the first target, and again, enhances that Wish effect. This adds more to that effect. When Wind Tree's Song hits, it activates the Root Dispersion effect, which deals additional damage equal to 1% of the user's attack across a wide range. So an AoE effect. At that fourth advancement, Wind Tree's Song's cooldown decreases by 1%, and then at the fifth advancement, Wind Tree's Song increases by 1%, and the damage of Root Dispersion increases by 1%. All right, let's check out the new Sung Jinwoo weapon in the next stage of Workshop of Brilliant Light. Why don't you take it away, Prizm?
Thomas Andre.
Yep, Thomas Andre.
We're going to go to the Theater of the Deceiver and fight Soul Executioner Dvorka. Also, I saw someone saying my line that I used for my ultimate, so I thought I should say it too.
Oh, yeah?
Feel the difference in our strengths? I think that's pretty good. Tell me.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Can I get some W's for that? I mean, I didn't need to ask for it, but I'm sure it's going to come out now. So
yeah, everyone is going to give W's for your perfect recreation of that of that old sound.
Yeah, so here we have this is the build I have set up for it. Again, I know it's not the most optimal to just have the full water team for supports, but I think it's just, it's fun, and I think I want to just show off again the full team here. But we're going to
synergize real well.
Yeah, they do synergize really well. Yep, there's the flow of W's. I see it coming in there. Thank you so much, Pain, Zeph, everybody else. Blackett. Yep, Spider. Yep, that's right. Anyways, let's get into it. The Theater of the Deceiver. Hopefully I do a little worse so I can show you guys exactly what's going on here.
Core.
Except, sadly, not this time around. We're playing as Sung Jinwoo, not Sung Jacky this time.
Sadly. One day, maybe I'll live out my dream of getting to actually be in the game, actually get to fight hands-on, but nah.
So you gotta reset it right there. And then we're using some fun, let's see. Oh, that's slowing down. All right, there we go. We're using a little bit of the same build that I saw on a YouTube video sometimes. Yeah, that's right. I do watch some. We use this new ability, but it's a new old ability, but a new meta one, where you use Stormbringer and then you use Death Dance a good amount of times. So I'm not really showing it off very well for right now, but
someone in the chat is acknowledging that you've gotten better.
Oh, thanks. I was never bad in the first place, though.
That's Thomas Andre speaking, not Prizm. Prizm is grateful. Prizm is grateful that you've noticed.
Sure.
Except for that one time he said he had to do it everything himself.
All right. So you gotta get the red ones here, because her eye above her head is red. Colors. Basic stuff, guys.
I'm so glad that you graduated preschool, Thomas Andre.
Thank you. It was quite an accomplishment. My family was very proud. Yep. I don't even get hit right now. Let's be honest. There is a big difference in our strength. All right, so this one's fun. So right here, got purple, white, and red. And so that one's purple. Oh, we gotta go to purple. All right, red. Or we go to red. I'm guessing white. Yep. Oh, not even close. She thought I didn't know my colors.
But you,
Her
you
last
sure
mistake.
did.
Her last mistake, I'll let you know. And keep in mind, this is an event weapon here, so we're conquering this pretty well. She's our shadows here.
The chat is really supporting you. Good work. You are getting.
I'm used to the support as being Thomas Andre and all.
I'm sure that it's not that some of our community leaders helped you out and helped train you to
You know
make sure
what?
you were ready when you went overseas.
Nothing like that.
No. 'Cause that's how you do it, right there, right in front. As you can see here, Yagamut is also going to be a remnant power. Sadly, none of these have the strings are available, so we don't exactly know what it is yet. But be on the lookout for how good he is, and you can start farming some more Yagamut as well.
Absolutely, a new way to level up.
Yep, and let's move on as a quick transition over to Sung Jinwoo as he has a new job here.
Oh yeah, speaking of leveling up, we do have this new job advancement. You're going to be getting lots of delightful stuff for this.
Yep. And so you basically just have to clear the new story content. You'll get a new costume as well. Now let's keep it going. I know you guys saw there's some new blessing stones, so we're going to show you guys a little bit more about that right now. So the first one is called Lightning Speed.
It's all about landing a quicker, sharper punch. Your attack stat increases by 7 for every 1 agility points applied up to a maximum boost of 1,540.
Yeah, so think of it like Intuit, but for agility, so there might be some new builds out here coming. The next one we have is Swift Restoration.
With an enemy's petty tricks being nothing more than annoyances to you now, your HP recovery rate increases by 25% when you have this equipped, and each time you recover HP, you regain an additional 4.5% of your HP.
Dude, I get that. I like all my enemies are just petty little ticks, you know what I mean? All right.
Brush them off your shoulders.
We also have the Irreversible Road.
When your powers synergize, they become stronger. Your defense increases by 24%. If your equipped weapons are of the same element, your defense increases by an additional 24%. What is that? 48 total percent? Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of percent. Next one being Best Defense is a good offense.
The ultimate defense lies in making the enemy unwilling to attack. When Jinwoo's ultimate shield is used, he gains a shield equal to 35% of his max HP for 15 seconds.
Yep.
So, more shields on top of shields, hats on hats.
We also have Ravenous Instinct here.
Where your survival instincts awaken in the midst of danger. When your current MP is at 60% or below, your defense increases by 50%. Ooh,
It's a lot.
that's a lot.
And we got First Strike Barrage as well.
This one might be my favorite description of the new blessing stones. You don't float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. You become the swarm. When you attack 35 times, your attack increases by 2.25%, and this can stack up to 10 times.
Yep.
Whew.
And a reminder for everyone, this is still a test build, so if numbers change a little bit between now and the live build, don't be surprised. We're testing things out.
Absolutely.
And the next one, we don't actually have the description for. It's called Irresistible Force, but I can tell you that the attack increases when you use your break skills.
And this is the stone that you are going to get for this new job advancement. So you can look forward to that once you finish the new story content and bump up your power.
Correct. And next we have Crushing Attack.
You are capable of crushing anything that stands in your way. The damage of attacks you do that have the break effect increases by 40%. This one seems like it's going to be a good one because you are always using that break effect.
Yep. And then also we don't have the text in here for Sandbag, but what it does is your attack will increase after attack decreasing for a certain amount of time. So think about it. Your attack will decrease because you're sandbagging, but then you get stronger, so you'll eventually do more and more and more damage.
I like the little icon too. It looks like you're taking off the training weights. That's what that one does.
Oh, 100%. You guys know the crafting menu, but do you know this one? I know a lot of you guys are very excited about this. We've shown this in some of the previous live streams as well. So right here, you can choose what artifact set you want to create. Say you want to create the new Chaotic Wish effect. You can then say, okay, I think I want a helmet, okay? So then you can confirm your crafting target. And then from here, you can see there's 2 more resources here, which are artifact fragments and the level 100 artifact recipes, which you get from clearing instance dungeons and encore missions. All right, and then you can also, that's not it, look at your stat settings. All right, so say you want to attack on this for some reason. All right, you can do that and it will cost you a new thing as well. But then you can also select 2 of the new sub effects. So say it was like attack and then you wanted some crit hit rate or something of that sort. You can confirm those 2 as well. And then look from here, that will cost you some luminous prisms. I know Prizm would like that. He's now in the game. And then luminous prism 2s as well. So be on the lookout for those things. And then from there, you can craft as many as you can if you want. So let's say I want to craft 10 here. I am going to get
Wow.
at least 2. So it looks like I had HP and MP consumption for here. So that was a little buggy. Just, again, test build.
I think you clicked the wrong one.
Oh, I did click the wrong one. That's why. So it was not
careful, but...
it was not buggy at all. It was just me. So those are the 2 ones. Then you can craft it, and then it will guarantee you get attack percentage and crit hit rate right here. So I know this is a big quality of life thing for everyone.
We've got some buffs to break specific hunters. Look out for those. The performance of 8 SSR hunters with break skills is going to be improved.
That's right. We got Essel is getting some break. We got Go Gun Hee, Harper, Emma Laurent, Saw Jiwoo, Woo Jin Chol, Baek Yoonho, and Lim Tae-gyu all are getting some buffs to their break ability, as that is super important. And there's been a lot of new breakers that can break like crazy, and we want to make sure that even the newest hunters who may not have all the units yet can still break what they need to break, and so they can break it down. You know what I'm saying?
Break the game.
That's right. Well, let's move on. There's still so much more improvements.
Absolutely. The gold rewards in the activity fund will be increased 3 times. Your daily and weekly missions will give more gold rewards, and Bizzle fragments are being added to the reward pool. So rewards all around. Love to see it.
And that's not all, because let's move on over to the simulation gate improvements as well. Alrighty, here you can see for the simulation gate, there's just a little quality of life for people that, they already reached the max tier, something like that. Boom, 2 at a time. Or if you have the daily growth support as well, up to 4 as well. So make sure you're looking at that. That is something that, if you don't have much time that week and you want to make sure you get it in, it'll take some less time to do that. But for me, I love the simulation gate, so I am not going to use 2 at a time. I'm going to keep pushing and use 1 at a time probably. So that is something that's great with the simulation gate improvement. And then let's also go over here and check out Guild Boss. Fakna is back. He returns. Check it out.
Back with a vengeance.
Once again with just Team A, Team B. So for all you people that are the Guild Boss aficionados, all of the all-out war guilds, you got Fakna. Be on the lookout for that. I see Zap saying thank you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Oh, and I see Crispin Keys all saying more gold. Thank you. Yes, that's right. 3 times more. Marcel, you are right. That is a lot. A lot of good stuff coming out with this update. And
that's not all.
Yeah, that's
there's
not
even
it.
more.
Yep, there's so much more. So much more, guys. It's like it can't stop, won't stop. You have your armory as well. Can go all the way up to 10. Not 7 to 10. Pretty crazy. And you can see here there's a time crystal now. So be on the lookout for those. So you get more power from your armory. Obviously, it'll take some time to get there, but it's something to work for, and you get some more power.
Absolutely. And I saw someone earlier in the chat who was hoping for this, but we have a max level expansion. We're jumping up from 105 to 110.
Yep, exactly correct. We have so many improvements.
Let's look at these first anniversary events. Why don't you tell us about
All right, we got 2 going on this year because 1 isn't enough. We got the first anniversary Hunter Grand Festival. And as you can see, look at all these rewards. This is what we were talking about. You get the Force Bow. You also get the first anniversary celebration SSR selection ticket. And I'll show you guys, all of these hunters are something that you can select.
Wow.
And what is that, Sauron? So everybody except the new hunter that's coming out, that's ridiculously good. All right, we also got all of those hunter weapons as well, SSR. And then we also got an SSR Sung Jinwoo weapon selection ticket as well.
Oh yeah.
Huge. We got some fun little artifacts that look pretty cute, not gonna lie. We also got the Transcendent Blessing selector as well, and then so much more. So you can see here, this is where you get them from.
A good way to fill out your collection if there's pieces you're missing.
So that's only the first half of the event. We also got some nighttime. Again, look at all these rewards.
Delightful.
Delightful. And this is where you can get the legendary the beautiful 11th Hour Blade,
Yes.
which was the fan art that made it into the game and everyone gets for free as long as you're playing the event. It's some great stuff. Make sure you guys get this outfit and get this costume. You know what? I'm going to show it off real quick before we
Please
hop
do.
into something else here.
Because it's phenomenal, really.
Yeah, I don't have it unlocked yet, but you can see 3D. Dang.
Wow.
Yep.
The detail work.
Talk about a
so
dream
good.
come true. Imagining your artwork getting thrown into a game. Goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely the
Congratulations
skin I'm going to be using.
to the artist, by the way.
Yeah, big props. And I see people saying National Hunter for real. W. Thomas, that's right. Thank you so much, the Geek Sonic 66. All right, back to the event though. You know, we got our daily missions as always, so keep going on there. We also got the heart pounding tank tower as well. We're not gonna do that competition, you know, because I want to save Sung Jackie Woo's esteem, ego.
Oh boy, my feeble pride. I am letting down the original Sung Jinwoo.
That's okay. You know, you at your state would have lost to Thomas Andre anyways.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm seeing all these people saying W fan art. Yep.
Yeah.
Completely agree. So good. Well, I don't know why, but on stage I was so much more confident than I am now, guys.
There are only 1,300 people watching. No pressure.
All right.
Just,
And
you know,
you had
imagine
both
them all.
Kane and Zach telling you to make us proud and let's do this
Yeah.
baby.
Hopefully I get good RNG in the beginning here.
The
I didn't.
whole,
I'm resetting. You know, we're going for the best run here, okay?
Wait, were you able to do that during the...
No.
We want to optimize. We got it.
Oh, I messed up already.
Oh no.
No, we're resetting one more time.
All right, this is it.
Yeah, you guys were distracting me.
Yeah.
All right, no pressure.
Yeah.
Nope, we'll sit in silence for a second here.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Whole crowd
Nice.
sits in silence.
Yep.
Waits in
Bated
anticipation. Will CM
Great,
Prizm
yep.
be able to beat
And
his
get that
last
full bloom
score?
in there right before. Now can I get this
pressure
combo?
is
This is where it was wrong.
This is where it all went wrong.
Will he be
Yep.
able?
Will he be able to do it?
Got the squall in here? Got that?
Ball.
Get the big. Shift. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh. Sorry about the microphone quality.
Okay.
To anyone wearing
Come on,
headphones.
please, crits. Okay. 40 seconds.
40
seconds.
seconds.
This was my goal. This was my goal to everybody.
There we go.
This was
40
the dream.
seconds.
Well,
You guys saw my record was 37.8 in this build just today, practicing a little bit. But that's right. 40 seconds right there for you guys. And that about wraps up the 1 year anniversary 10.0 Sharp live stream. Thanks, Payne. I think we did kill it as well. But yeah, I really appreciate it. And everyone else saying W live stream, W dubs, W sharp stream. You guys are so much fun. Thanks to you for joining us and supporting Solo Leveling Arise throughout the last year. As always, please take some time to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are dangerously close to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if we can make that happen right now, I would so much appreciate it. Everyone, as a community manager here, that would look good for me too. So it really does
Be
help.
like Thomas Andre was really here.
Yeah, exactly. Goodbye, everyone. Stay sharp and level
Level
up.
up.